And we are live in Fresno, California for the bottom bracket men's semifinals of the Pro Doubles at the Art Coronado Memorial Handball Championships. My name is Dave Vincent alongside BFF, DF.
Tell Dave, can you call Dave over there? Dave, Vincent, I need you to give me a, tell him he's ready.
Yeah,
he's ready? Okay.
We are live. Yes, we are, Samson.
He's
Thank
serving.
you for...
He called number 2, all right?
Samson likes to name drop. We have Armando Ortiz on the right wall. Serving is Sal Duenas, the wizard. Here it is, 0-0. I'll introduce the other players when they get up.
These guys played their first match this morning at 7 a.m., Dave.
Serving the ball here is
1-0.
Rudy Cruz wearing the sweats.
Armando Ortiz also participating in the small ball event. He also played small ball today.
Rudy Cruz's doubles partner is Gabino the G-Man Velasquez, who is a amazing athlete, Dave. They call him the acrobat.
He very rarely hits balls from his feet. Normally he's in full flight when he's hitting the ball. And Rudy Cruz did not look good off the back wall there, Dave.
Yeah. Yeah, but on a cup. 1-1.
Score is 1-1, the G-Man serving. This guy right here is amazing.
We will state for the record that he is your favorite player.
Up front he is. Never seen him in a four-wall court before. And right now, the philosophy from Mondo and Sal is to keep those guys in the back court.
We saw the G-Man lose in the finals to boxer Rosales in Las Vegas in the singles. Don't know where boxer is this weekend, Dave.
I'm just going to guess boxing.
Boxer's an unbelievable talent in big ball.
It's like all these players playing somewhat safe at the moment. More defensive play. This is just one rally, Dave.
The whiz resets, and that time Armando unable to pick up the drive.
G-Man and Cruz have
3-1.
Ortiz and Duenas have 1. There's a point for Cruz, man.
It takes a lot of power, Dave,
4-1.
to pound that ball to the ceiling overhand and carry it all the way to the back wall with the big ball. And that's what the Cruz man just did. I'm sure you remember the baseball great Jose Cruz and his son.
Senior or the junior? Son
I knew you would go there.
Okay.
5-1.
Senior played for the Houston Astros.
Well, you know you're getting old when you remember both of them. His son played right field for the Giants for a couple seasons and had a pretty good run at it.
Point.
Armando sliding down on one knee, but again unable to pick up the G-Man's drive. G-Man certainly the best dressed, although Cruz man and Magic Mondo look really good in their WPH colors.
That ball's gonna come.
Point.
Mondo dives in and then skips it in. The G-Man is
7-1.
injured. His right knee, he has a torn MCL.
Did he bring his MRI with him? Or is that just, we're just taking his word for that?
Taking his word for it. He said he's going to have surgery later this year. He's said, I have to come and represent.
Point.
Was walking behind Cruz man earlier today, Dave, and I thought it was Pee Wee Castro.
8-71.
Is that what you're gonna call Rudy Cruz man?
Well, that's what you taught me. I actually walked in front of Cruz man staring at him. It was awkward because I thought it was Pee Wee.
Good put away right there from the Wizard. The Wizard gets the first serve. He has a lot of fan favorites watching him play here. In fact, he has a gigantic fan base.
I don't doubt it.
Point.
He's what we call the TP, the total package. He's got the looks, the speed, the game, the power, and the resume.
The looks, the speed, the power, and the resume. He's a four-tool athlete.
He's also got that intangible that we like to call charisma or panache. That makes 5.
He travels to every tournament he can possibly get to with a trailer full of puppies. Trailer is pinstriped with the words Duenas dogs. So he travels with his dogs. The traveling dog show, he likes to call it. And all of those that watch him, his fans, part of the dog squad.
It's actually a GMC Suburban, but
Look
he
at that
calls
shot.
it the G-Mobile.
You see that shot from the G-man behind the back? He almost closed it out with a dive re-kill. And a point for Ortiz Duenas.
Short. Take 2.
Well, the dog show is trying to put on one right now. This is different than the dog pound.
Well, it's actually more a dog and pony show because the G-Man is a prize horse.
No call from the referee. Now he's going to call it after G-Man gives him a look back.
6-7-8.
Starting to tighten up just a little bit. Tighten up, Dave.
I feel the X factor in this match, Dave, is Mondo. Can Mondo adjust his game and adapt to the big ball game after playing small ball pro handball for the weekend? Remember, Dave, Armando had a very good tournament here. Advanced to the Elite 8, where he took the first game off Luis Moreno before coming up short in the tiebreaker.
Look at that kid.
Point.
Gabino's been unable to put the ball away on that second amazing get. He gets the first one, and he's unable to close out the rally. We've seen him close out many rallies with his get ability.
Over ball.
The ball's played over. Referee is Samson Hernandez. Samson and Ricky Ruiz, if you just tuned in, lost their upper bracket semifinals to Josh Oteles and Shorty Ruiz, who's in another final. Shorty Ruiz carrying over from his 2011 success.
Over ball.
That would have been really close to making it to the front wall.
8-7-8.
8 serves 8. We're all together. At one point, it was 8-2.
The small ball season, Dave, actually overlaps. We call it the 2011-2012 race season, but in big ball, everything starts over on January 1st. All results are reset.
They play fiscal year handball.
Point.
In big ball, and small ball plays seasonal handball. When you're in Southern California, you just have one season, 75 degrees every single day, okay? The only thing that you have resetting your action is when the sun and the moon are out. When it gets dark and when the sun comes up, that's it. And there's a skip in from the Wizard.
You can say the same about Tucson, where Every day is 123
9
degrees.
serving 9.
People said, I wonder what it'd be like to play handball in outer space. And I say, well,
Hey, hold it.
travel to Tucson.
Burn, right?
It's like Mercury.
Okay. 9 serving 9.
9 serves 9. I don't know what's going on here. The players are still playing.
9 serving 9. Yeah.
Samson Hernandez is our referee. I don't think Samson has reffed much because he's never losing.
I've never heard Samson talk before.
Point.
9 serves 9.
10 serving 9.
10 serves 9. Capino Velasquez, he knows how to hit a ball off the back wall, but he hits it about 8 feet high off the back wall.
Point.
That's true. Looks like he's aiming for 8 feet high.
Yeah, he plays it correctly.
Timeout. You got 1 time. You got 2 timeout.
He plays it really
First.
safe. You're not going to see him go for a kill shot there. We're all together at 10 here. You're watching the men's semifinals of the bottom bracket of the Art Coronado Memorial
11-9.
Pro Doubles Championship live on the
Diaz. So.
intranet.
What time is it?
A lot of the small ball pros, Dave, clamoring around the court to check out this big ball action.
To include Luis Moreno and Charlie Shanks and Anton Wilson. Got that great local legend Nacho Delgado tuning in.
Legend for what?
Well, he goes out to Sal Duenas' traveling dog show and lets the dogs out for their walk every 2 or 3 hours.
And that makes you a legend?
Well, he's the best at it. There's the fans from the upper gallery trying to peep in to the action that they're catching on this show court. Yes, they serve Corona here.
Hey, game ball. Let's go.
Score is
9
11-9.
serving 11.
We're 16 minutes into this game, Dave, and only halfway through. That just shows just how long these rallies are. Gene Casimoto telling me on average these rallies are 21 shots. That rally, of course, only 9.
Oh, sorry about that. 12 serving 10. Point. 11 serving 12.
11 serves 12. This is game number 1. Best 2 out of 3 to 21. Tiebreaker also 21.
Point.
And Sal Duenas hit that like a laser, Dave.
That was the best shot of the match thus far.
13 serving 12.
Off the back wall from the Wizard. I can hear some dogs barking in the parking lot. They must be watching.
Over ball.
You heard someone in the gallery saying that was
Over
unavoidable. I don't think it was.
No, it wasn't. That's why Sal Duenas had to look up
13
to see
serving 11.
who the haters were. 13
13
to
serving
12.
11.
Some of these players find that
Over ball.
amusing. Sal does as well. He actually likes looking for those guys so he can store it for later use.
And there's why they call him the Wizard. Just an amazing between the legs shot.
Over ball.
And completely necessary, too.
13 serving 11.
That's what you call razzle dazzle.
You can't teach that.
Well, he's sort of like the Globetrotters. He and local legend Nelson Delgado, who was kind enough yesterday during live broadcast of News Channel 26 here in Fresno to go into the court and show us just what razzle dazzle means. He even hit a ball backhanded, incredibly not. I don't know if you could believe that, Dave, that a ball could be hit backhanded, but he did it.
13 serves 11.
Over ball.
Getting kind of sloppy in there. And here.
14 serves 11.
Samson Hernandez calls an over ball and then calls a point. It's going to come way back to the front. Now Mondo Ortiz diving up front, just like we saw in the last match. A lot of dives up front.
I'm surprised these guys don't cut their hands diving on the floor without gloves, because you know when you dive on your knee, a lot of times you open up those burns and cuts on your knee. I'm surprised these guys don't develop
12 serving 14.
those same sort of bruises and cuts in their palms.
I spoke to Gabino. I said, how beat up are you over the years? He says, well, it's not really diving, it's flopping. So you hit and then land like a push-up. But I still see like Mondo was diving forward and sliding forward, so that definitely has to hurt the hands. If you look at Mondo's hands, you can see they're completely red. Look how red Mondo's mittens are. Like a dive right there from Gabino.
Well, I agree with G-Man. Much of the diving in big ball is flopping, which is much safer on the body, but a lot of the diving in small ball is more flying.
Wow, that was a back wall shot from Gabino. Look where it goes. Mondo hits himself with it. That was a back wall shot from Gabino that almost went out of the stadium.
Well, Armando would have been better off letting it hit the front wall again and playing a fly kill off the front wall. Instead,
look at that shot right there. Rudy slips and falls, but gets the ball back to the front wall. And now a point is scored for the Wizard and Mondo.
13 serving 15.
It's Rudy, don't call me PlayStation or Pee-wee, Cruz, and the G-Man.
This is interesting. G-Man asking for a wipe. Using some outdoor three-wall rules here where he is not getting a timeout. He's just saying, I need to wipe my face. Referee says, all right, no problem.
They actually do the same in one wall.
13 serving 15.
Doesn't seem to disrupt the action too much. 13 to 15. I don't want this to be one of those reverse curses from the announcer booth, but Rudy Cruz is really not hurting his team much. For a player that we've just not seen on the live broadcast much, he's just playing pretty steady ball over there. He's a no factor. Maybe because he's a no factor, he has become a factor. A lot of congestion there between G-Man and the Wizard.
Thirteen serving 15.
13 to 15.
Looked like it skipped.
I thought it skipped
16
as well.
serving 13.
It did.
16
It actually did not. It was good.
Strange. That ball looked like it skipped in by about 8 inches.
Point. Who called timeout? Who called timeout?
Maybe Rudy Cruz playing so safe.
I think that was good.
Yeah, you're right. It was good on the replay. I think Rudy Cruz playing so safe has led to more offensive opportunities for the Wizard and Mondo, and they are showing it with their 16 to 13 lead here. You're watching the Big Ball semifinals from Fresno, California. At 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, it will be Saturday Night Live here on the Race for 8. As Nate Alvarado Jr. and Sean Lenning will step onto the court for the finals. We determined that if Nate Alvarado were to win this, He will not overtake Luis Moreno in the race standings, but he could, there's a possibility here, be the #1 ranked pro.
Hey,
Noddy would actually
call him. Call him.
tie Sean Lenning for that #1 ranking.
We'll have 2 #1s.
Hey, Mando, call him.
If Sean Lenning loses.
Game ball.
Now, if Sean Lenning wins, I believe there will be a tie for #2 in the race. There's going to be a couple ties, possibly. Let's put it that way.
I believe Luis Moreno will retain his spot atop the race standings.
Right.
But Luis Moreno will also
17-13.
stay at #3 in the power standings. So really the only possibility is Noddy catching Sean Lenning at #1 and tying him with what would be 44 points, I believe, total. Those points are hard to come by. Each one of them is
18 serves, 13.
difficult to earn, and these guys are already up in the 40s, so
Point.
just shows you how great these guys are.
19 serves, 13.
19-13.
The rankings and seeding committee, Dave, would have to then meet
Point.
to discuss who would earn that #1
14
seed
serves, 19.
in
19
Atlanta
serves, 14.
if Noddy were to win, and both guys would be sharing that #1 ranking. We could go by the
19 serves,
head-to-head,
14.
but obviously if Noddy beats Sean, that would give him a win. Sean's got to win over Noddy in April, so they would be tied at 1. Now this is all speculative and assuming that Noddy would win. But interesting nonetheless, Dave, having 2 #1s
This late in the season.
Game point serves, 14.
Here it is, game point serves 14 as we do the split screen there for a short moment. And there it is, I believe. I thought that was 2
Game.
bounces. And Sal Duenas and Mando Ortiz take down G-Man and Rudy Cruz, 21-14. We'll have game #2 coming
We
up
got
right
5
around the corner.
minutes.
You stick around here at racefor8.com.
My name is Bruce Fabrizio. In 1975, I invented Simple Green based on 3 principles. It had to be safer to use, it had to work, and it had to be completely made in America. From generation to generation, Simple Green has been cleaning everything from car engines and tools to kitchen counters and floors. No matter what you clean, indoors or outdoors, clean it with non-toxic, biodegradable Simple Green.
Working and working out takes a lot of energy. That's why I drink Zenergy. Feeling fantastic and looking good has never been easier. Science, extreme science for your active lifestyle.
For 20 years, the Inner City Handball Association has educated, mentored, and served young people through handball. Young people that participate in the Inner City Handball Association programs have a high graduation rate from high school and continue on to college. Inner City Handball teams are good athletes, good students, and good ambassadors for the sport of handball. We need your help to continue our work. Inner City Handball Association is a registered 501c3 tax-exempt charity. Please donate today. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Bruce Fabrizio, inventor of Simple Green. Our non-toxic, biodegradable, all-purpose cleaner works great for cleaning it. Thank you. Non-toxic, biodegradable, Simple Green. It's great for cleaning.
time was it when you told me earlier? 26. I got 3 minutes, dog. Tell us when they got 2 minutes. Hey, tell them they got 2 minutes. They got 2 minutes. Hey, you serve. No, hey. You serve the first one. Hey, G-Man, you guys serve. They serve first. You go first now. All right, second game, 0 serving 0.
You heard the score right there, 0-0. Rudy Cruz gets a long ball versus.
Rudy Cruz hits the top of the green monster there with that serve.
Point.
Now I got a text message from fellow WAC team member John
1-0.
Bike, who said the current standings have the Idaho Spuds at 560 points in the team standings, with WAC at 480. Now in number 2, Tucson Gunslingers are at 430 points. The Salt Lake City Aces at 295.
Who? I thought they were in Double-A now. Salt Lake City.
If Sean wins, 30
1.
points at stake. WAC will have 185 for the weekend. That would be a new record.
It was a WAC weekend.
2 serves 1.
And not, Dave, how you refer to WAC, where you grew up, as bad, but WAC is in Seattle WAC good.
Point. 2 serving 2.
Score is 2-2.
Point.
Armando going down hard on that right knee there. Dave
3-7-2.
stretching out on that dive.
Point. 3 serves 3.
3 serves 3.
Speaking of huge doubles events, Dave, we're watching one right here, but the big question in handball is, are you playing in the Masters Nationals doubles in Atlanta in 3 weeks?
Well, I have not entered. So the answer right now is no.
Seem like you might be leaving the door ajar just a bit.
I'm waiting on Naughty Jr., who text messaged me about 4 days ago and said this, and I quote, "Are we playing in
3 serves 3.
Atlanta?"
That's over.
And I responded with, and I say quote, and I said this within 30 seconds of getting the text, "Yes," exclamation point, and I did it really quick. Since then, I have not talked to him. So this is the first time that a really good player has ever asked me to do anything. And I want that to be noted. Besides, get out of my way, please, sir. Or that is my wife, or... We're back into the game here.
Over ball.
Had a lot of options there, but
It's a family show.
didn't quite pull the trigger in time. Let the moment pass,
That's sort of like
unfortunately.
when you're up front and you have a big setup, you have so many options that you end up messing it all up
Very similar.
and not taking any shot. I've been there a couple times.
Point.
There's a point called by the referee, Samson Hernandez.
4 serves 3. Point. Five serves 3. Point.
Now the college campus
5 serves 4.
drinking establishment, the bar, the nightclub called Boomers, which seats about 450 college co-eds at Mo State, has put the live feed on their bar, big screen, and we'll be watching the action at 5 o'clock Pacific time for the finals of the Race for 8, Nadia Alvarado versus Sean Lenning Day. Boomers will have this broadcast booming over the big screen at their facility.
But do all 500 of those co-eds have their own
6 serves
password and username?
No, just one, and it's played for everybody.
Because, you know, a bar has to actually pay $5,000 for a pay-per-view. They can't just order the pay-per-view for $50 to watch the Mayweather fight.
Always looking at that financial angle, aren't you?
That's what I
Mr.
have to do. I am the vice president. I have to be looking, unfortunately, being the bad guy.
5 serves 6. Point. 7 serves 5.
While you're out kissing babies,
Point.
hugging your friends, I'm in the back room doing the
6
financials,
serves 7.
working on the cash flow analysis.
Short ball.
Studying spreadsheets.
Point.
But in all fairness, though, did you actually speak to someone this weekend without your headset on or without the use of some form of social
8
media?
serves 6.
Or I'll simplify it more. Did you walk up to one person this weekend and say a word?
Can I get back to you
Point.
Yes.
on that? Okay.
You and I actually ran into each other between games without the headsets on, and it was
9-6.
one of the most awkward experiences of my life. We just didn't know what to say or do.
I'm wanting to invent a portable headphone system where I can just fold it and put it in my pocket. So when I venture out of this booth, I can just slip it back on. It's one of those all-weather headsets where
7
it'll let you
serves
walk
9.
through any crowd, under any circumstance, under any weather condition.
Well,
my bad.
unfortunately for you, they made the
9-7.
Bluetooth so small that a lot of people can't see it. You need something that's so cumbersome that everyone knows it's there. Do not talk to me.
Look at that get right there from
Point.
Gabino, who gets kicked in the head from Mondo Ortiz. And now Mondo's saying he's sorry right here.
If he were a
10
hockey
serves
player, he'd
7.
be out for 18 months after getting kicked in the head. They take the concussion seriously.
So you're going to go Sidney Crosby on us, huh?
So you're even on top of the NHL.
8 serves 10.
8 serves 10.
He hit you? Oh. Over. 1077. 1077.
Believe it or not, there is a match taking place. I thought we were doing our morning show.
Point.
Looked like Sal was doubting whether he got that on one bounce or two.
Well, Samson made the call
8
before
serves 10.
Sal could say anything.
Point.
Great shot right there from Rudy Cruz. Rudy wearing the black WPH shirt, black
9
sweatpants.
serves 10.
And that's a foot fault, Dave, on both sides, front and back, back and front.
Avoidable.
That's a point.
Great call there from our referee.
11
Sampson
serve 9.
should be reffing the
Avoidable.
small ball
Point.
pro
Setup.
matches.
Avoidable. It's point. It's point. It was set up. You were right in the shot.
There's a reason Sampson is the best player,
11
Dave. He's
serves
got
9. I mean, 9
a
serves 11.
very clear understanding of the rules.
Well, let's watch this right
He
here.
just proved it.
Watch what happens. Purple shirt is Gabino.
Gambino has to move to his right there.
There's no argument.
But you see, Sampson didn't need to wait for Sal to look back towards him. He just made his call, which
Look at
was
this
the right
rally
call.
right here. This is an amazing performance that Sal Duenas is putting on in the front court.
Well, I'm sold on the Wizard. So if there's stock, I'm buying.
Point.
The Wizard has proven and lived up to the hype that accompanies him in every city in which he travels.
And he travels a lot with that traveling dog show.
You don't get on the cover of
Serving
OC
first.
Weekly
You serving first?
because you're not a great champion.
Ten serving 11. Point.
Look at that return right there from Mondo Ortiz.
12 serving 10.
12 serves 10, second game. Mondo and Sampson win the first one.
Point.
What they're getting is weak returns on their serve.
13 serving 10. Point.
Not a good shot there from the
13
Wizard.
serves 11.
Would have been beautiful could he
Point.
had he connected, but he didn't. And now it's an unreturned
14 serves
serve.
11.
14 serves 11 is the score. Scoreboard powered by Zions, the official sports drink of the UFC.
Point.
You see that shot right there from Rudy Cruz. Trying to keep it
12
close
serves
at 12 to
14.
14. Game number 2.
Great return from the Wizard.
That's actually an avoidable.
Point.
Didn't see it. Take your word for it, but
12
that time
serves 15.
the Cruz man unable to catch up to that blast. Why is it, Dave, you think that there's
Point.
so much less time between points in
16
big ball than there is
12.
in small ball? Because in small ball, there's generally at least
Point.
10 to 15 seconds between points from the end of a
16
rally until the
serves
serve,
13.
but in big ball, it seems like it's no more than 4 seconds.
That's what I'm saying. It's less time.
But why?
I don't know. It seems like they're working harder, too. I don't know. It's part of the culture. In 4-wall small ball, there's stalling and towel wipes and fake arguments with the ref. Taking the goggles off to make sure there's no sweat in the face.
So now you're singling people out.
Point.
No, I'm just trying to come up with every idea I can think of where
17
they're
serves
stalling.
13.
The players get back into set position very quick in
Point.
big ball. Now look at this. 1, 2, 3,
18
4
serves
seconds.
13.
Referee calls the score and goes.
And I believe that was 5 seconds there, and I believe that was longer than
Point.
most.
Now watch how quick. I think there's a timeout maybe being called here from Gabino.
19 serves 13.
19 to 13, 2 points away
that
is
was
Sal
just
Duenas.
6 seconds. And Armando really playing smart. He's taking his role. He's allowing the Wizard to control the action, but Armando is making the shots when he needs to.
Look at that shot right there and a dive from Gabino, and they're going to call it over.
I don't think I agree with that call.
20 serve 13.
They didn't call it over. That was a point.
Game.
And this is match point.
We're 15 minutes away from Saturday Night Live.
Point.
I just call it Super Saturday. As we see the lovely Mrs. Morales
14
checking out the
serve,
action. And no, that's not Chip's mom. Chip, the newly married man, joined the club.
Game.
And there it is, game points. Armando Ortiz and Sal Duenas are in the finals of the big ball doubles tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific time.
Hey, what time
They'll
are you
have
guys playing?
an hour and 15 minutes away before they get on the court, but in the meantime, it'll be Sean Linning and Nadia Alvarado. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back in 15 minutes. For Dave Fink, Chris Grad, Linda Manning, my name is Dave Vincent. You stay here. We'll have Saturday Night Live on Super Saturday featuring Nate Alvarado Jr. and Sean Linning in the small ball finals next here at racefor8.com. Stick with us.
My name is Bruce Fabrizio. In 1975, I invented Simple Green based on 3 principles. It had to be safer to use, it had to work, and it had to be completely made in America. From generation to generation, Simple Green has been cleaning everything from car engines and tools to kitchen counters and floors. No matter what you clean, indoors or outdoors, clean it with non-toxic, biodegradable Simple Green.
Working and working out takes a lot of energy. That's why I drink Zenergy. Feeling fantastic and looking good has never been easier. Science, extreme science for your active lifestyle.
For 20 years, the Inner City Handball Association has educated, mentored, and served young people through handball. Young people that participate in the Inner City Handball Association programs have a high graduation rate from high school and continue on to college. Inner City Handball teams are good athletes, good students, and good ambassadors for the sport of handball. We need your help to continue our work. Inner City Handball Association is a registered 501c3 tax-exempt charity. Please donate today. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Bruce Fabrizio, inventor of Simple Green. Our non-toxic, biodegradable, all-purpose cleaner works great for cleaning it. Thank you. Non-toxic, biodegradable, Simple Green. It's great for cleaning.